Coach, you've been in a lot of rivalry games. Is there one component that applies to each one, like consistency and trying to make sure that everything remains the same and not go out of proportion?
Yeah, I think in my experience with them, I would say typically the team that there's a lot of emotion and intensity and excitement in these games, and that's what makes them fun, right? Makes them fun for the players, makes them fun for the fans, people across the country to watch. You got to balance that with playing great football. And that can get lost in it sometimes, the heat of the battle, that you have to really balance it, and you have to have poise, but you also have to have the intensity too, right? You can't do it without that. You got to understand the intent of this game, and then the emotions of this game. Just the overall intensity will be a little bit different, like they are in good rivalry games, and so it should be a lot of fun. We've got, like I said, staff that's been in a couple of these, so we've had some good messaging for the guys, and I think they'll take it and be ready to play.
What makes it even more exciting is that a lot of these guys know each other and grew up together.
Yeah, no question. I mean, definitely the inner city rivalry here is new for us. We've been a part of ones within a state or neighboring states. This one obviously has a little bit different feel to it that way. So yeah, it just adds, I think, even more fun to it.
This is your first year in the rivalry, and a lot of people, just transfers in general, who have not played in this game. Do you set out some time, kind of like you said, with assistants who have been here before? Or how do you sort of like get them acquainted with the rivalry ahead of a week like this, or is that not a concern?
We're not doing anything honestly too specific with this rivalry. I mean, and not to discount it in any way. I mean, I think we've acknowledged that this game in some ways is going to feel different, right? We've acknowledged that it is a rivalry game. There's a lot of history behind it. It's going to be a great game to play in. But past that, I think we're really zeroed in on what we believe is going to help us play well, and that's where our focus is going to be. So, staff members, other than when both teams wearing home jerseys, I don't know if there's a whole lot different, to be honest. And they're awesome. I mean, they're one of the best parts about our job is getting to coach in these, but our focus is getting these guys ready to play.
What did you learn about DTR in your first two matchups against him?
Yeah, he'd about to be like 15 at that time, it feels like. It's good Lord. It's just hard to believe that when Kyler was playing, which to me just seems like ages ago. I feel like he's been in the NFL forever. And Dorian was just starting, and he was impressive from the jump. He really was. He's a really good player. You could tell he had some real ability there at a young age, and I could tell from I played him twice, so the second year when we came out here to the Rose Bowl, you could tell he had really improved, and it looks like he's just continued that trajectory, which, a talented player like him and being coached by the guys that are coaching him, it's no surprise that he has. And when you watch him, you see a guy that's played a lot of ball and played a lot of ball in that system and knows it extremely well, has a lot of confidence in it. They've got good playmakers around him. So he's obviously had a phenomenal year, and it's fun to see. It's kind of fun to see. I've seen kind of the beginning, and I'll see a little bit of the end, right? So I'm always a fan of guys that lead and play the game at a high level. So it's been fun to watch him. He's had a tremendous year, obviously a tremendous career for those guys, and it's been a fan from the outside.
Who do you think is more advantageous in that type of situation? Dorian, who's played in this game before, or Caleb, who's new to this rivalry?
They both played in pretty big games, I mean, Dorian's, like I said, been playing for a long time. Caleb's played in a lot of not only rivalry games, but games with title implications, right? And those get different this time of year. So both guys are obviously very good players, but I like where our guy's been and some of the battles he's been in, and I think that will help him play well.
How are Gentry and Mario looking this week?
Say it again.
How are Gentry and Mario looking?
They're doing well. They're practicing, progressing. It's an exact science. I mean, we're Tuesday morning right now, but we're hopeful that we'll be able to rep some of them both in the game.
How about Max?
Max doing well. Benefited from the game being on Friday, kind of the extra day in there, but doing well, able to participate some, which has been positive.
I know you said Austin Jones was obviously the number one option moving forward in the run game. Anything that changes in terms of that rushing attack without Travis, or is it just kind of next man up steps into that role?
Yeah, there'll probably be some things that change. Probably. I'm not gonna get into it. So.
Fair enough.
What would you need to see from Eric to be confident in playing him on Saturday?
I think just like any player. I mean, you know, that he's one, healthy enough to get out there and function. That he understands the plan and the way that we want to attack, and that he's ready to go do it. And then he's just like any position, becomes competitive. There's competitive guys he's competing with for reps, and those are going to be the determining factors. And so for us, it's just a reset every week with these guys. It's a quick reset on here's the plan of attack. Who do we feel like gives us the best chance to execute?
Being your first year in the rivalry, have any coaches, former coaches, or players reached out to you to express their opinion of how important it is?
See, Malcolm. Not this week, and I kind of go underground a little bit early in the weeks anyway. So I've talked with guys, when I got here, just kind of as times went on, as I've talked to former coaches and former players. It's been brought up before, and obviously just the opportunity to play in it, and they were obviously excited the fact of both teams potentially having strong teams and the game being more meaningful than just the rivalry, and that's what makes these even more fun. So talks before, but this week it's get the team ready.
What'd you think of the chaos in the Pac-12 over the weekend, and was there any disappointment that some of the teams you're playing or might play the Rankins didn't take a hit from that?
No, you can't control that. I mean, but it's like I told the team and you guys after Utah. I mean, it's sat right here and told y'all the same thing. You just win, things take care of themselves. I just sat there and watched it happen for too long. I don't know that I can sit here and explain it, but teams that just keep winning typically find themselves in good position here at the end. So, and I mean, I think it speaks to the quality of the league. Some really good, hard-fought games, some games that went down to the wire. A couple teams, obviously, that we've seen and that have given a lot of people problems. So no shock to see them be successful. But it's a strong league. I mean, the top of the league there's a lot of quality teams right now, and just again, everybody wants to judge how these go, this or that. Find a way to win, baby.
Let's do one more.
How much did you talk with the team this week about the opportunity where winning your Pac-12 championship?
They're aware. I mean, we've talked repeatedly, especially as we got in the back half of the season, that just understand there's a great opportunity there. I don't know that we have to define it. I mean, there's a lot of potential opportunities out there, right? And so our deal has been just generally for them, look, understand you're in phenomenal position, and if you keep improving, keep giving yourself chances to win and go out there on Saturdays and win ball games, then they're going to get more fun, and there's going to be more opportunities and more things riding on them, and that's what makes these games even better. I mean, that's the best part of the year. These are the most fun to play in. This is what you do all this for. It's what you work so hard for. So right where we expect it to be, and great opportunity. Now the focus has got to be going and taking advantage of it.
Thank you, Coach Riley.
Thanks.